Folks, I'm here doing another mock SQL interview question. Let's get started. Let's go with the first one this time. Amazon, monthly percentage difference. As usual, I've not looked at this question at all beforehand. I'll set a timer, and because it's a hard question, I will try to solve it in less than 7 minutes. Here we go. Given a table of purchases by date, calculate the month-over-month percentage change in revenue. The output should include the year-month date, okay, and percentage change rounded to the second decimal point and sorted from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. Okay. The percentage change column will be populated from the second month forward and be calculated as this month's revenue minus last month's revenue divided by last month's revenue times 100. Okay, makes sense. Let's check the tables. There's only one table. We have just 4 columns, and looking at this, it doesn't seem like purchase ID is going to be necessary, or even the ID column probably isn't necessary. I think we only need these middle 2. All right, let's start writing then. The first thing we want to do is we want to calculate the monthly revenue, and they want it in this very specific format. So I mean, I could definitely Google this, but off the top of my head, I'm not sure if I'll get this function right. I don't use it that much or that often. So let's see. And they want the year and the month. Oops. And the month. Okay. As date. Let's see if this works. Oh no. Oh, we're in Postgres. I feel like this probably works in MySQL. Let me see. Oh, of course it goes away. Date format, created that, and then they want year and month. Does this work? This does work. Okay. Okay, so we've got that part. Honestly, yeah. Oh, well, okay, I'll talk more about this in the recap, this year month thing. All right, and then, all right, so we have the month, and now we want to calculate the revenue. That's pretty simple. Just sum the value as current month revenue. Now let's also calculate last month's revenue, which we can use a sum function for that. Offset by 1. We'll call it previous month revenue. And because we're grouping by, we need to, or because we're aggregating, we need to group by the columns which are not being aggregated. Okay, and if we check the output here, this looks right. So in January, we have this revenue. In February, we have this revenue, and the previous month's revenue does indeed match January's. All right, so let me put this into a CTE, call ag, and now we need to do the percentage change calculation. So we'll select the date, and they've defined percentage change here for us, right here. So let's just use their definition here. Minus, so current month, or this month minus previous month divided by last month. And they want to multiply it by 100, and they also want to round to the second decimal point. So a lot of instructions here that we need to pay attention to. Let's multiply by 100, and then they also wanted to round it to 2 decimal places. Call it %diff, and they also want to sort ascending. All right, okay. Let's see if that works. Okay, all right, let's check the answer. Nice. Okay, so let's recap this. So I solved this pretty quick. I personally didn't think it was hard, but I think it really depends on two things. Number one is whether or not you know how to format into the way that they want. These online SQL platforms such as Stratascratch, or there's a bunch of other ones as well. It's I guess one of the few bad things is if your format doesn't match exactly, then it'll mark your question wrong. I was lucky and I remembered the function for formatting the date like this, but I think in a real interview situation, it would probably be okay if you didn't get the formatting exactly right. Um, so, for example, I oftentimes use date trunc, and I'd probably do like month created at as date. Well, maybe okay. Maybe it would work with Postgres here. Let's see. Yeah. See, and then even though it's like technically correct, right? I've got the month here and the percentage differences. These are correct, but just this format's not right. So if I hit check solution, oh, that's right as well. Okay. Well, I take it back then. I guess I didn't have to put it in this format. But my point is, remembering how to do formatting things like this is something that can make the question difficult. I wouldn't worry about it too much though, because I think that most companies, when they ask SQL questions, if you return the answer like this, or in this format, I think that they would count it correct. What they want to check is, did you follow the rest of the instructions, right? Did you sort from beginning of the year to the end? Did you calculate the percent difference correctly? Did you remember to round to 2 decimal points? Those I think are the things that matter a little bit more than whether or not you remember how to format dates, because that can be tough. All right, I hope that was helpful. And if you guys want me to solve any specific SQL questions live, let me know. And if you want to practice these on your own, there's a link to Stratascratch in the description of this video. See you next time.